On our channel, we've been talking about citizenship by investment options, citizenship by naturalization options, a citizenship by exception, and so on. So let's discuss one of the most lovable ways on how you can get your second citizenship, and that is citizenship by marriage. Hey there, it's Irene here for Nomad Capitalist. I've been helping people getting their second citizenship for almost 3.5 years now, and I do hope that I can help you in getting your second citizenship or moving your business offshore or tax-wise or anything like that. If you need any help, make sure to go to our website and get in touch with us, or subscribe to our channel and see, what are some of the best possibilities out there for you, and we can help you out. One of the most important things when it comes to finding a place, where you would settle and when you would live and so on is, how you feel there and how you would be integrated into that kind of society or anything like that. So, I think that the most of us who are sitting on our couch still thinking about how that may be impossible or something like that. But, if the Princess of Monaco did it, I think that you can do it as well. She was an American citizen, of course, beforehand, and after getting married, she was also a citizen of Monaco. So, move from that couch and go to some other country, start meeting people and, find the love of your life and at the same time your second passport. Now, a lot of countries have different rules when it comes to citizenship by marriage. And, the rules will depend from country to country. And there is usually some residency requirements. Some of them would grant it immediately. But let's go over some, see what are some of the requirements. And based on that list, you can check out your next travel destination and try to find a wife there or a husband. The first country that we'll mention is Brazil. So if you travel to Brazil, you meet the love of your life, you'll be able to get into Brazilian citizenship in a matter of 1 year of residency. After 1 year of residency, you will be able to get Brazilian citizenship. Next country that we'll mention is Spain. So in the naturalization process in Spain, we all know it's a very bureaucratic process and it's a very difficult process to do. And, in order, if you're not married to a Spanish citizen, then you would need approximately 10 years to get naturalized in Spain if you're not coming from a Latin America country. However, if you are married to a Spain citizen, then you would need to spend 1 year there. However, for that 1 year, they're looking at the tax residency. So you would need to be a tax resident of Spain for at least 1 year, and then you can apply for Spanish passport through marriage. Of course, by getting a Spanish passport, you would get an EU passport, meaning that you can live anywhere in Europe and not just Spain. Make sure your spouse agrees. The third country that we'll mention is Portugal. So as a neighboring Spain, of course, Portugal has a similar process when it comes to persons who wants to get the citizenship through marriage options. However, Portugal would grant citizenship by naturalization to non-married persons, so non-married for a Portuguese citizen, of course, in a matter of 6 years, which is still pretty good. However, if you're married to a Portuguese citizen, then in that case, they would grant you citizenship after 3 years of legal marriage. The difference here as well, and a very good one, is that you're not required to at all spend time in Portugal. So you can be outside of Portugal and still apply for citizenship after 3 years of legal marriage with your spouse. However, it is advisable that you learn Portuguese language because of the language barrier. However, being married to a Portuguese citizen, I'm sure that that's not an issue. The next country that we're going to mention is Mexico. So in Mexico, the naturalization process is not that difficult and it doesn't take that long. If you're married to a Mexican citizen, then in that case, after 2 years of residing in Mexico with your spouse, you can be eligible for citizenship. The next country that we'll mention is Ireland. So in Ireland, you can actually get your passport in case that you are married to an Irish citizen, have been married for at least 3 years, and had 1 year of residency in Ireland. So you lived in Ireland for at least a year. With that, you would get an Irish passport, which is an EU passport, and, you can live within the European Union whenever you want. The next country that we'll mention is Poland. Poland is another EU country where you can get your second citizenship through marriage. And how you can get it? By staying legally married for at least 3 years and by living in Poland for 2 years with your spouse. Now, when it comes to Poland, Poland doesn't recognize same-sex marriages, so if that's the case, this won't unfortunately be an option for you. The next country that we'll mention is Colombia. So if you're married to a Colombian citizen, you can get our citizenship after the period of 2 years, considering that you have passed the citizenship test and Spanish language test. If you are coming from a Latin country, then the naturalization period, however, comes down to 1 year. The next country that we'll mention is beautiful Switzerland. So in case that you're married to a Swiss citizen, then in that case, you can get citizenship after a period of 5 years. There is no requirement of actually spending some time in Switzerland, and you can do it from abroad. However, if you would like to do that, then the process takes additional 1 year, so 6 years all in all. The next country is Belize. In Belize, if you're married to a Belize citizen, you would be able to get citizenship after only 1 year of residency in Belize. And the next country that we'll mention is my favorite, Serbia. In Serbia, in case that you're married to a Serbian citizen, you can get Serbian citizenship after the period of 3 years of marriage. However, in order for you to do that, you would need to sign a declaration that says that you consider Serbia as your country. Then you would only get Serbian citizenship. In addition to this, Serbia doesn't allow dual citizenship, so you would have to renounce your primary one in order to get a Serbian one. The next country that is not that popular, but I would like to mention it, is Cape Verde. The reason for that is because this is the only country where immediately once you get married, you're immediately qualified to get the passport of that country. And the next country that we'll mention is France. What a better place to fall in love, right? And in a beautiful Paris. So if you're married to a French citizen, then you would be able to get your citizenship after 4 years of marriage. However, there is not a requirement to actually live in France the full time, which is good because the tax rates are very awful. However, Paris is such a lovely city when you're two with the mat and so on. So yeah, why not go back there and enjoy? And the final country that we're going to mention today is Italy, as well, romantic country similar to France, right? But if you're married to an Italian citizen, then if you reside in Italy together, you would be able to get your citizenship after a period of 2 years. And if you are living outside of Italy, then you would be able to get your Italian citizenship after the period of 3 years. Italy as well has a very good flat tax rate option where you would pay 100,000 euros in taxes regardless of your income on a yearly basis. I would like to as well help you out in terms of the process on how you can get one. However, it's pretty simple, and of course it takes a longer period of time, like we mentioned just right now. So after you get married, you can go to that country and apply for residency based on your marriage. The main document that you will need, of course, is your marriage certificate. When you get your residency, you are basically following the rules as well on how much time you're spending in that country and so on. And after some period of time, you simply apply for citizenship, and it may be a good idea to keep the proof, some proof that you've been spending time in that country. In most of the cases, you would have in interviews where they would ask you questions such as, ask you to see pictures of you, or, where did you two meet, or something like that, to prove that you're actually, in a relationship and so on. And that's it. These are most of the countries that we would like to mention today. And I hope that you found this video useful. Please put a like on it and subscribe. Make sure to check out our videos. We're releasing it every other day. And you can also check our website and articles that we have in there and get in touch with us so that we can see how we can help you. Thanks for watching.